Hey, I'm meteorologist Doug Myers with the latest forecast on this Tuesday. It was a beautiful day yesterday. Hopefully you got a chance to enjoy it. Today really is going to be about the same temperature-wise. The only difference, just a little bit more wind, still at 5 to 10 miles per hour. A lot more cloud cover today, though, especially by this afternoon. We might be able to sneak in a little bit of sun. Now, even with the cloud cover expected this afternoon, we do still have a fairly high UV index at 6 today. It does go down to 4 tomorrow, and then back up to 8 for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So just something to be mindful of for the 6 and 7. You want to make sure to have that sunscreen, some midday shade, and limit your outdoor time for this afternoon with those high UV rays. And notice how it does increase for Thursday through Saturday, so just be aware of that. So as I mentioned, we'll start off with some sun. Don't be surprised by that. Sunglasses will probably be needed for the morning commute, but not for the evening commute, as clouds will be quickly on the increase and quite a bit of cloud cover for this afternoon. I do expect it to stay dry. If we're going to get any rain at all before sunset, it's probably going to be around 5, 6 o'clock at the earliest, and then continue to increase those chances, especially after sunset tonight into this evening, mainly south of I-70, and a lot of the rain may end up staying south of I-70 for much of the night, and then we'll have scattered rain showers through the day tomorrow. Maybe a few isolated non-severe thunderstorms. The rain may be increasing a little bit towards the afternoon hours. We'll continue with the rain through Wednesday evening before winding down as we get closer to midnight. So how much rain can we get? At least, dropping the clicker there. So at least according to this computer model, we are looking at the majority of the rain south of I-70 for tonight, around the Council Grove down towards Burlington area. A lot of areas may not get anything at all, and then increasing the chance as we get closer towards the afternoon hours especially. That's when we're getting the bulk of the rainfall for much of the area. Also notice that areas along the Nebraska-Kansas border may not get anything at all, whereas areas south of I-70 could get some heavier downpours. Now, there's some uncertainty in how heavy the downpours will be. Taking a look at some of our other computer models. Now, that computer model that I just showed you only goes until Wednesday evening. It doesn't go out to the rest of Wednesday night into the day on Thursday, where we could have more hit-miss rain showers. So just something to be mindful of, but you'll still notice that the trend between all of our computer models is less rain along the Nebraska-Kansas border compared to more rain south. It's just a matter of how much. That's the only question. But the pattern is the same. Now, what we're looking at here is dry conditions today, dry conditions Friday and Saturday. But what we're monitoring is, especially tomorrow, where we're in that consider plain B still may be dry. There's still a chance that I may have to increase that probability closer to the stain inside, depending on what we're looking at as far as how widely scattered that rain is going to be for the majority of the day. But bottom line is, a higher probability of rain having an impact on your outdoor plans for Wednesday versus Thursday. That's the main takeaway. And because of that, temperatures will be cooler, more in the 60s. And warming back up to the 70s on Thursday. Again, there will be a little bit more dry time, maybe sneaking a little bit of clearing with some sun on Thursday. And you also notice that I don't have any lightning associated with it. Now, can we get an isolated thunderstorm or two? Yes. But for the most part, we're not going to be dealing with thunderstorms. And of course, we're not going to be dealing with any severe weather. So no surprise that there's not going to be something that we're going to need this week. But obviously, we want to be prepared. Weather call. That's a great opportunity to sign up. $15 a year. That is a great service to get for that cheap of a price. You can either scan that QR code or go to WIBW.com/thisweather. I do have the link in my forecast discussion, but it's an added layer of protection other than your weather radio. Because remember, your weather radio will go off countywide. No matter if the polygon is in the north side of town or south side of town, it's going to go off. But you're not going to get a phone call from Weather Call if you're not in the polygon. So if your weather rate's going off and you're not getting a phone call from that, you're fine. You're safe. Obviously, you still want to be mindful of where the storms are. Check the radar. See if maybe at a point in time, a storm may be heading your way. Just not at the moment, not at the current warning in Polygon. But that's an added layer of protection so you know what exactly to do. Let's take a look at our extended outlook. So we have red on all of our temperatures, so a probability of above normal temperatures. We're also in the brown, drier than normal in the 6 to 10 day outlook. So once we get past the rain tomorrow and a little bit into Thursday, we have generally dry conditions as we head to Friday and much of next week. But in that 8 to 14 day outlook, we do increase the chance of wetter than normal conditions, and that continues in the 3 to 4 week outlook. By that time, we may have a little bit better chance for severe weather. So as we get closer towards the second half of the month of May, remember, May and June are peak tornadic months. You have to be weather aware on any storm opportunity that we have. And as I mentioned, we don't have to worry about tomorrow or Thursday with any storms that pop up. Certainly no tornadoes. But as we get towards the second half of the month, that's when we might need to be concerned on any storm chances that re-enter the forecast. Really nice conditions Friday through the weekend, but then it starts to heat up. I will not be surprised if we had some 90s, if not Tuesday, certainly by Wednesday across northeast Kansas, at least a portion of it. Warmer weather is going to be building in as we get closer towards the middle part of next week, so be ready for that. In the meantime, enjoy the nice spring-like weather, especially the temperatures that we'll have between today, most of Thursday, and then Friday through the weekend as the dry conditions will be with us, and certainly a bit on the chillier side with the rainfall that we'll have for tomorrow on Wednesday. Have a great day.